It's the Riot Podcast. This is the Monday, July 3rd edition. And this is my final edition. I'm about to hit the old dusty trail. I'm about to ski-daddle. About to take a trip up to Connecticut for vacation. And here's a question about vacation for you. When you're going on vacation, would you rather have everything planned out, you're in charge, you've got it all mapped out, or you're on vacation and you're not in charge of anything, you just go with the flow, you let somebody else take the lead?
Ooh, this is tough. I've had both of these things happen recently.
Okay.
So there was one time where usually when I go on vacation with like my friends, I'm usually the one who's in charge of what we're going to do. Of the plans, I'm more of the planner, which I like doing that because then I get to pick exactly what I want to do. And I feel like I have a good taste for like what my friends and I like to do, and like what we like to do is fun. But if I'm on a vacation where it's all planned out, there's only one thing that really matters, which this happened when I went to Scottsdale for my brother's bachelor party, right? He planned the whole thing. Like I didn't, I was just along for the ride. He made every decision and I loved it. It was super fun. There was no pressure on me. We were with a large group. And the good thing about it is he always picks really fun stuff. And so everything that he picked is what I wanted to do anyway. And there was no question about it. Like we always had a plan of exactly what we were doing.
Yeah, sometimes.
He was in charge.
If it's not clear who's in charge.
It was his bachelor party, so he was in charge.
I've had too many vacations like that. It's not clear nobody can agree, nobody wants to give something definitive, and then you wind up doing a whole lot of nothing. Exactly.
And like, or if two people, or if like half the group wants to do one thing, half wants to do another thing, then people are upset we're doing something and they have bad attitudes. But since it was his bachelor party, everybody just had to do what he wanted to do anyway. And I love what he wanted to do, and so did everybody else. So it made for a really fun and easy trip where we all could just glide along. But if somebody else was in charge and they were picking crappy things no one wanted to do, then I would hate it.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. It just depends on who's
calling the shots.
How much you trust the planner. Because it's true, I'm a big planner. I like picking out stuff, but the risk of being the planner with everybody, like if you have other people following along with you, is if you pick something crappy that doesn't work out for some reason, even if it like the activity is fun, but just the getting there, doing
logistics.
Yeah, sometimes it just can be a little. Everything doesn't even always go according to plan, and then it falls on you. You get the blame. It's a lot of pressure. However, I'll still take that over the alternative of going along for the ride with most people, because then there's a good chance there's a lot of stuff, a high percentage of stuff you're not going to want to do that you still have to do anyways. Yeah,
you're pretty much locked in the back seat of the cab, and you can't get out, and wherever they're taking you is where you're going. So you're getting ready to go on a vacation right now?
Yeah.
How much have you planned?
I have nothing planned. This is a family. This is visiting family. We're going to visit them. They're in charge. And so we'll just see how it goes.
They better get some good stuff. You know, you could always be surprised.
Yeah. And I've just, this is a family that we visited enough to where I know that, I know what I should expect, and mostly what I expect is just to eat well, and that will be, as long as I can do that, check out the beach, because it looks like it'll be nice beach weather, that's good enough for me. I will tell you, though, the one thing that you can hang your hat on is if somebody else is planning the vacation or planning the stuff you're going to do, and you have to go along for the ride, when they plan something stupid, at least you and like some of the other people can be like, well, that was,
that was a dumb waste of time.
Yeah, but you can all get along. Like if you plan something solo and it doesn't go well, you have nobody but yourself to blame. Yeah. I do kind of like being like, I knew all along the glass blowing museum was a stupid idea.
Oh, I know. I do. I love doing that. Yeah. I would have never chosen this. Did I not say this would be lame? I said this would be lame.
I knew it all along.
Nothing better than being a hater.
I had a bad attitude going in, and surprise, surprise, it was no fun.
Yeah. Nothing better than being a hater on
well,
somebody
there is something
plans.
better. It's planning something yourself and it actually going the way you want it to.
Being fun.
But the next best thing is having a bad experience and at least being able to complain about it.
The wildest scenario is when you have a bad attitude going in, and you're like, this is going to be terrible. And then you show up and you were like, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, but I can't admit it.
I had a good time.
Because I complained the whole time leading up to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about how I hated this the whole time leading up to it. And then now I'm like, that was a good time. Yeah. Props, whatever. You guys were right.
Yeah.
It's better than I thought it would be. I've had that happen too.
Yeah.
Which isn't nearly as rewarding.
No, and it's fairly rare.
It's so very rare.
Yeah, I feel like I have a pretty good gauge for if I'm going to hate something before I actually do it.
I feel like I see it
Most
from a
of the
mile
time.
away. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I go in with a super negative attitude, so I'm
Yeah.
already ready to hate it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
All right, well, everybody enjoy your July 4th. Enjoy your time with Nikki. She's going to be in for the next 3 shows. And
what might be the best shows of the year.
Some
People
are-
have started to
Some
murmur.
are saying. I'll be listening. Well, it's vacation.
You're not going to be listening. What are you talking about?
I'm going to be at the beach.
You're going to be sleeping.
I'm going to be doing whatever. I'm going to be going to the glass blowing museum.
If they don't want the radio on, you're not going to have it on. That's what it sounds like.
Exactly. But have a good July 4th, and we'll catch you next time.
We'll see you guys.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
Explain this, Isaiah. It's a 4th of July weekend. This weekend is all about America and how great of a country it is. So why are the number of Americans that are extremely proud to be American, why are they so low?
I don't know.
I have a new
It's a crazy thing to say.
an annual survey here that says that only 67% of adults are extremely or very proud to be an American right now.
That's a wildly low number.
It's pretty low. It's not the lowest it's been. It is actually an increase from last year. Last year was only 65, but you only have to go back to the pandemic, 63%. So it's ever so slightly ticking up year by year, but it's still way low compared to if you go back in time, the numbers used to be around 90%.
Yeah, that was obviously way higher. Back in 2001, 90%. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I like the third thing, too. It's one of the big reasons. You see that?
What's that?
The military is struggling with a lack of enthusiasm from potential recruits.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine going into the military and just being like the enthusiasm just pulsing through your veins?
Yeah. Well, I guess no wonder the military's having a tough time, because if you're not really fired up for America, you'd be like, I don't really care about the country, but guess I'll go risk my life for it.
I guess I'll put my life on the line
Yeah.
just in case.
Send me overseas. Let me live on a boat for a couple years. I don't really care about the country, but it just sounds like a fulfilling experience to
I
me.
could get shot, but it is one of those things that's like, it could be worth it.
Yeah, so we gotta pump up the US of A. What do we gotta do to get people excited about this country again? There's a lot to love about it. I say that as somebody who immigrated here against my will. I love America. I think there's a lot of great things about it. I don't know why the enthusiasm is falling on hard times here.
I think it's just fireworks aren't as fun as they used to be.
You think that's what you
That
chalk
must
it up
be.
to?
I don't know. Nobody really seen that pump this weekend about it.
That's
I
true.
Don't know.
There was a downturn in the amount of fireworks.
A bunch of complainers, it sounds like to me. You can't be enthusiastic this weekend.
Yeah.
What, do you not like the US of A? Go somewhere else. What do you want from me?
The
What do you want me
United
to say to you?
States has always had issues. I might argue that over time, it's gotten less and less issues. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think.
Like you go back in time, 60 years, 100 years, where enthusiasm was probably real high. The United States had way more problems then
Yeah, you
than
would
it does
think.
now,
Have
in
we
my mind.
have we gotten worse? Has it gotten worse here over the course of the past 50, 60 years?
Yeah.
I guess maybe some people
Probably
I guess,
not. We
I
used
guess
to-
some people think yes. I don't know.
We used to be in like real life wars
I know.
and stuff like that. Now it's I mean,
maybe that's the issue.
fairly. You think we need to get into a war?
I'm not saying we need to get into a war, but I think that if we want a war, enthusiasm will be up.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I guess patriotism right now feels kind of
Oh,
low.
I see what you're saying.
We haven't done anything recently.
If you're a football fan, you're less likely to say I'm super enthusiastic in the middle of the off season.
no, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like right after a Super Bowl win,
After a Super Bowl win.
how much do you love your team then? You love
Yeah.
them a lot, huh?
Makes sense.
But right now, we're just kind of chilling.
Yeah, we're
So
just
people are
hanging
just-
out. We still got a lot of American fans, just not quite the passion that
We're
we
not
would
playing right now, you know?
That's right. We're on the sidelines.
The stories you love with the opinions you hate. The Riot. Radio U.
Now, how would you like to live longer?
I'd love it.
How would you like to have a better social life?
Ooh, I'd love it.
How would you like to have better health overall?
That sounds pretty good.
You're not saying no to any of those things, right?
They all sound pretty premier.
Well, all you need to do to achieve those goals is move to a walkable neighborhood.
Like a place like where you can walk from house to house, or are we talking like walk to like the grocery store?
Well, if you're looking for, like, let's say you're looking for an apartment, they will have, different sites you use will have walkability scores. I've noticed this when I've looked for apartments that tell you how much how attainable would it be for you to live your life without a car, pretty much.
Or so if you
just-
live like in a downtown area, that would be walkable.
Yeah, where now groceries are a tough one because I used to live when I was in college. I did live in a place where it was a longer walk, but I could walk to the grocery store, which seemed great, except try carrying all your groceries. The walk there was fine. It was the walk back carrying a jug of milk in one hand.
Not fun.
And 7 other bags in the other. Not a really great time. So,
No.
But that said, if you can do, like, let's say you can go to a lot of restaurants, a lot of convenience stores, just grab a few things here and there. Just the more of your life you can live by walking, the better. Now, why do you think that is?
Because walking is good for you.
It is healthy.
Steps, getting your steps in.
So that's the health aspect of it. But there's another important reason that researchers, this is from the University of California, San Diego, say that it's so important or so helpful to live in a walkable neighborhood. It's because it boosts your social life. You have more interactions with people. And that is something that is very important nowadays as more and more people become more lonely and isolated. They say that living in a walkable neighborhood is one way to treat that without specifically without like finding ways to meet people. You just simply meet people by seeing them out and about.
Just walking around.
Uh-huh.
What is your go-to, like, walking down the street?
Uh-huh.
Somebody else is coming up.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, a thing you say?
Oh, yeah.
A head nod? How do you do it?
I usually do.
What's your way?
I usually say, I've got 2. I'll go, hello, is 1.
Oh, I hate that one.
You hate it? Why do you hate it?
It's not so funny.
But I'll go, how you doing?
I love how you doing.
How you doing?
That's one of my go-tos.
Uh-huh.
I usually say, how we doing?
How we doing?
Yeah, then that's both of us, you know?
Oh,
how we doing?
Okay. Yeah. What if they answer bad, though? Then do you feel obligated to all of a sudden feel
Do I
bad?
have to reply, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I say, how we doing? This is my other thing, right? If somebody asks me, like, if I'm walking by someone and they say, how's it going? Or, hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, what do you say?
I'll reply with, like, pretty good, but I won't say it back.
Oh.
I'll end the
you don't
conversation
go-
there.
Yeah, that's you don't want to find out how they're doing.
I'll say, I'm doing good.
That's it.
And then that's the end of the conversation usually. I don't do, like, the whole,
Sometimes.
how are you?
Sometimes you pass each other so quickly
You don't have time for that.
that you don't have time for both to express how they're doing.
But the next time I see them,
Then you'll start.
then
it.
I can give them a little more. It's about, like, that repetition.
Yeah.
You don't want to do too much on the first time because then you seem too eager. It seems like you really want a friend.
Yeah.
But if you're just cool the first time through, and the next time you're like, oh, yeah, how we doing? Then you start up a little bit more chit-chat and just build on it
And you
time.
just have over time, every time you pass each other, it's continuing the conversation.
It's just a little bit more.
So the next time you're like, got any kids? And, you just keep asking questions. You just, every time you pass each other on the way to the grocery store, you learn a little more.
Where you headed? Where you from?
Yeah.
And just every time, just one more question.
You get closer and closer as time goes on. Well, it's good for your health to live in a walkable neighborhood. Don't just take my word for it. Take the California San Diego University Research Department.
Just throw it out. How we doing?
That's all you need. It could be a meet cute for you.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Pete Davidson, real hateable, a lot of people would say.
Or real likable, others would say.
Some like him a lot. More seem to hate him a lot.
I don't know if his acceptance rate is that low.
That feels low.
Really?
Don't you think it's pretty low?
I feel like people love him.
Are you kidding with that?
I'm being dead serious. Like, women adore him. People think he's funny. I feel like his acceptance rate's pretty high. He's
I
on
don't
Saturday
know.
Night Live.
The people.
I feel like if his
he's not on
acceptance
Saturday
rate
Night Live
was
anymore.
if his acceptance rate was low, he wouldn't be nearly as famous. I feel like
Yeah, I don't know.
he's in movies.
I don't know. I think he's. If you asked one of the worst rated celebrities that hasn't committed a crime, that hasn't been convicted of a crime, he might be up there.
What?
Yeah, I think he's real. I think he's got a lot of haters. In fact, and it's not just me saying this, he has so many haters that he just admitted recently that his mom, during his time on Saturday Night Live, especially the early days, which started, get this, he's been on SNL. He started on SNL in 2014.
That's a long time ago.
It's been like a decade of Pete Davidson.
Some people must have liked him.
Yeah.
Somebody did.
They kept him around for some reason. But he had so many haters that his mom had a burner Twitter account, and she would go on and refute people that were talking smack about Pete Davidson. She would go online and defend him with a burner account.
That makes sense.
You think it's a good mom?
I think that's just I feel like that would be an easy thing to get sucked into if your son was famous.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have,
really hated.
Because, online, if you're famous, people will always talk crap about you no matter what.
Yeah. It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
I know it? Don't I know it, Isaiah?
Yeah, you have way more haters than Pete Davidson, probably.
But you know what I told my mom very early on? I said, Mom, listen. I said, people are going to criticize me. People are going to make up nonsense about me. And you just have to sit there and let them do it. You're not going to change their mind. They're still going to say ridiculous things, and you're not going to be able to change it. So, Mom, stay off of Twitter. Stay away. Stay away from the Radio Q Facebook page. You don't need to be defending me. But I don't know. Do you think you think that was a good mom behavior? Should he have cut her off?
No, I don't think there's an issue with it. I think it's fine. Everybody has a burner account.
He says that she used to be too specific.
Too specific?
Yeah, like it wasn't just like, hey, don't hate on Pete Davidson. He's real funny. He's attractive. It would be like, actually, he's really working on himself. He's been going to therapy, like real specific, addressing the issues.
These are the things he's doing.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that would be an easy motherly thing to get sucked into.
Yeah.
If you saw people hating on your son online everywhere, I feel like it'd be hard not to. But at the same time, everybody has like a fake Twitter that they defend something. It's just how it works. So I don't blame her for it being her defending her son. It makes sense.
See, my fake Twitter is opposite.
It's you hating on things.
Yeah, and getting away with it. I use it exclusively to criticize Pete Davidson, actually.
Oh, it's your go-to.
It has so many followers. It's very popular. It is very popular.
Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
Let's see if you think this is okay. Blake Lively, actress. Isaiah, you may know her from Age of Adeline.
I'm familiar with Blake Lively, yes.
Yes, okay. She is also in Gossip Girl, one of my favorite movies, The Town, and she's married to Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, she is.
Canadian sweetheart. Blake Lively is catching some blowback here. She's just launched a new alcohol brand called Betty Booze. Here's the problem. Blake Lively, she literally says this in an Instagram post promoting Betty Booze, her new alcoholic line of beverages. She says, drinking isn't my thing. She doesn't drink, but she's promoting a new line of alcoholic beverages. People are very confused, upset, dismayed, befuddled. They just don't understand it. What do you make of it?
I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, obviously they reached out to her.
It's her own, it's named after one of her daughters.
Oh, is it? So this is her thing?
This is her thing.
Oh,
yeah, it's her company.
Well, then she's just trying to make money.
She's just trying to make money, but couldn't you make money? It's real trendy right now, right? To have the non-alcoholic alcohol. What do they call it? Heineken Silver. Super trendy right now.
They got a bunch of those.
I don't know if I see a lot of people drinking it, but they're really promoting it. It's supposed to be like a big thing now. It's like you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb at a party. You don't want to not feel like a part of the fun, but you also don't want to drink. So what do? You drink a 0% alcohol drink that's still alcohol looking. She could have done that.
Yeah, but like, who am I? Who am I to say this is how you should spend your money, you know? Like if she
Well,
maybe
who is she to tell us how to spend our money?
well, I mean,
She's telling us to spend it on this alcoholic drink that she wouldn't even drink herself.
yeah, but she's decided that she was gonna make a brand. If she's gonna make her brand, she wants it to be profitable. Just because she doesn't drink alcohol herself doesn't mean that she can't make money off of it.
I think you should when you have a brand, when you have a company, it should be something you believe in. She clearly doesn't believe. Well, I don't know.
She clearly believes that's
I
gonna
guess-
make her some cash.
Yeah, that's right.
She doesn't have to like the product.
Now look,
Like my parents sell toys.
Yeah.
You think my parents are at home today? Maybe we should play with some toys.
Well, that's
Maybe
clearly different.
Maybe we should get a puzzle out and do it.
That's clearly
Maybe
different.
we should play with these Barbie dolls. Maybe we should.
I think there's some obvious differences there.
I don't know about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
You worked at Panera. You believe in that food, Hudson? You
I
believe
worked
that was
for
the
it.
best?
I didn't come up with it. I
You
didn't
believe that was the best food you
I
could
didn't
possibly be making?
come up from the ground up being like, I'm going to make a bread company that sells frozen soup
You think the guy
that I would never eat myself.
You think the guy that created McDonald's is like, I'm gonna eat this every day because it's gonna just be so good for me and just so fulfilling? Probably not. He's like, this is gonna make me killer amounts of money because this is addicting fast food.
All the examples you're giving are the world would be a better place
You
if people
think-
wouldn't.
You think the guy that created
sacrifice their
cigarettes is like, I'm gonna
principles
smoke
like
these
this.
every day? You think the guy that created cigarettes is like, I'm gonna smoke cigarettes every day because these are just so good for me?
Maybe back in those days. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I just think it hits me wrong, whether it's alcohol or otherwise, to be like, I wouldn't be caught dead using this product, but I think you should.
But maybe you should buy it so I can make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to give Blake Lively advice, I would say probably create a company that you would at least use the product.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe her people are like, hey, this is a good way for you to make money. If you have as much money as she does and she's going to make a company, make as much money as you can, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like now that the word is out that she doesn't drink, and she's even saying that, it does feel like it's going to be a tough sell on people.
Yeah, I feel like so too.
It's not like there's not other options for alcohol in the world.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's people that love Blake Lively so much that if she's selling something, they'll buy it anyway.
I guess so.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.